You are about to experience the result of hard work and dedication from the City of Champions, Cleveland's own, 90th's finest. Self-made, hard-working entrepreneurs, unequivocally raw, no holds barred. This is Epiffany Media.
Sweet. Welcome back to another episode of the Epiphany Media Podcast. I'm Epiphany E. I don't know who this guy. Let's get this guy to close up. Who is this guy right here?
You gotta put the close up on.
Got to put the close up.
Yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it on in there. Hold on. Yeah, you're all in there.
You ain't chasing those lions though.
Hey, shit. Got my spear in the put my spear out on you.
Had to call you a chucker of spears. I hate to do it, but I would.
The whole last warrior king with 5 wives at minimum. I might have 6 by next week.
Hilarious. That's funny. That's what's up. My man Shaka Zulu over there. For those of you that's listening on the podcast, Byron over here with the Shaka Zulu on, wearing his finest leopard.
I just caught it a couple of days ago. Wife made this up. 24 hours.
Efficiency, man. How can you beat that? Hello, Angel. Thanks for joining us. Little Birdie told me that Angel walked 13.1 miles earlier today.
Congrats to you, because I couldn't be me. I can't do that.
That's half a marathon. 13.1.
I know you feeling it.
Man.
I know you feeling it.
We got to get some 13.1 stickers made. You know what I'm saying? Erica said she want to borrow your costume.
Nah, she can't borrow this. She got to be one of the costumes. She gonna be number 6.
You just spoke on it. Number 6.
You be number 6.
Number 6. That's funny.
I'm sure you'll feel that role very well.
Man. So we want to dive right in because we don't got a bunch of time today. You know, somebody got to kill the next lion. Apparently, it's me. Yeah, so, speaking of Angel, speaking of half marathons, speaking of doing, things for good causes, as you guys can see by the title. My man Shaka got an announcement to make.
He said, "I got an announcement." I don't even know what the title is because I can't even see it.
It's Epiffany Cares, Save the World, man.
Epiffany Cares. So, we done had 2 fundraisers, but we weren't officially a nonprofit at the time. So it hindered us a little bit, but now we all the way official. We got our 501. What is it? 501c something. What is it called?
501c. Yeah.
We got our nonprofit, and it's called Epiphany Cares because we care about different stuff in the community, and we want to help out. So with Epiphany Cares,
not a sponsor, by the way. Wendy's is not a sponsor. Just a cut.
With Epiphany Cares, maybe Wendy's will
be a sponsor.
So. It's just another step in the right direction. So from now on, it'll be Epiphany Cares presents the Culture Walk. Damn, I forgot what it was called.
the 5K for the culture, man. That's so super dope. Being official is always beneficial. there's no logical reason why we haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? But we just haven't or whatever. And boy, you want to talk about stressing out? You know what I'm saying? Like, so hopefully, as we go through this process again, for whatever we choose to do, which I'm assuming we don't have no announcements yet, but I'm assuming will be another 5K. Hopefully it'll help alleviate some of that stress, and we can do it. We can do the benefit for mental health again, or other things that we are passionate about in the community, other things that we want to help with. We might get we might have to get a expedition to go fight some fucking leopards. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have to, do a safari walk so we can give all the kids leopard print. You know what I'm saying? So we want to stay flexible with, what our attention is towards every year. It might be the same thing, like who knows, but definitely, being official and can help with so many different aspects and help us grow, and thanks to you guys, we can make that possible. So it's a little announcement that we all the way official.
Mm-hmm.
Official. So go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, since we all the way official, like, what are some things that you care about? Like, it's Epiphany Cares. What the hell do we care about?
So, man, there's so much stuff going on in the world, right? That's hence the title of the show. You have stuff like, climate change is an issue. Pandemic disease type thing is an issue. I mean, coming out of a pandemic, and everybody, had a monkey pox scare thing that popped up. You got poverty is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's so many issues, and we can either spend a little time talking about the stuff that really matters to us, or we can spend a little time hitting on a bunch of different just things around the world, you know what I'm saying, and how we would fix them, or how we think we would fix them, or just some ideas. Clearly, we don't have the means and ability, to do, to fix everything. But if we did, or if we were in charge, or had the money, or whatever the case is, these are stuff that we would. This is the stuff and how we would tackle it. So. And you guys in the comments, feel free to let us know something that you care about, or how you would tackle whatever issue it is that's near and dear to your heart, and help us with some ideas. So let's start with you, man. What if you had unlimited? Actually, if you had unlimited resources, right? So power, money. What's the first thing overall that you would tackle? Like, what's the first thing that you would go after?
Well, Cleveland is the most impoverished city in the nation. Hey, that means poverty here is fucking ridiculous. You can just see it with your own eyes if you live here. So that's one of the first things that I would tackle, through whether it be giving away turkeys like Frank Lucas or some shit. Should actually feeding, actually giving good food, to the kids, to the homeless people down there on Lakeside, shit like that.
Real life Skid Row down there, man.
Like putting families and building a house and actually putting a family in a brand new house and making the rent affordable.
Boy, that's big. That's big, man. I think when y'all break it down, like, I know bigger cities like New York, man, like New York City, the city of New York, not the state, get almost $2 million. I think it's actually more than that now, but At one point, it was like they get maybe I think it's like $20 million a year to help with like poverty, right? Um, you telling me a year, not one payout of $20 million, like 20 million a year. Why is there homeless people in New York City? Besides people that just want to be homeless, like if you got people that don't want to be homeless, there's no reason there should be homeless people in a giant city like that, right? So you telling me all these buildings or space or empty buildings, abandoned buildings or whatever in New York or Cleveland for that matter, and y'all can't renovate you can't take 20 million and renovate a building or put a plan together. So, or tell the feds like, give me 40 million this year and forego my 20 million next year or whatever, and buy a space and renovate an area for homeless people. It's crazy that it's a business, man. They want to look like they helping people, but they're not, and that's the worst part to me. So I agree with you. That would be my first thing. Would be, and I know with the opportunity corridor, they destroyed a lot of buildings and ran a street through black neighborhoods. It's what they always do. It's classic government. They had a nerve to call it the opportunity corridor. Every time I see that sign, it just rubs me the wrong way.
Hey,
It's convenient, but it's convenient. But don't get me wrong. It is convenient. I appreciate what it does, but every single time, like the opportunity corridor, you just did what America always do. But anyway, I would do the same exact thing, man. I'm buying, a city block, 2 city blocks or whatever, in probably in our old neighborhood. Cleveland Clinic haven't bought it already. I'm gonna buy whatever they didn't buy, and have a giant, 1 million square foot building like Amazon. Like Amazon got all these giant warehouses or whatever, and we'll have a section for homeless people, a section for like education, different types of education, like a women and kids shelter part. You know what I'm saying? Like so they can have somewhere to feel safe. There's no reason that we don't have like a thing like that. With adequate security, with screening for security people, because these homeless people be getting beat and raped or touched or whatever by security people. Like, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like actually having a safe space for people, to come and learn how to get better, learn how to whatever your ailment is, to just help you kind of get out of that situation. Um, It's the first thing I do. I think about it all the time, man. Every time I see like an empty field or Rockies, Cleveland, and it's just a full street of abandoned houses, I'm like, man, like I would buy all this, tear all this houses down, and make a giant community center, like the biggest. It would go from one side of the street to the other side of the street, like a giant community center. That's exactly what I would do if I had unlimited. That's the first thing I'm doing in Cleveland, of course. Um,
like that Amazon type building is an amazing idea because that's a huge space.
it's
Like you can
huge.
see one of them from far away. So most homeless shelters is the fucking Salvation Army, small as hell.
Yeah,
Uh,
where they only can fit, 30 people, you know, on cots or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that they come with its own set of challenges, and I haven't did it, so I don't want to ridicule people like the City Mission and all these other places, because I'm sure it's difficult. I'm sure it's difficult, right? I'm sure funds are not unlimited like in our scenario, but somebody got to be doing better. Like something somewhere is slipping through the cracks where all this money is going. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever is giving the money, like whether it's HUD or whoever, like the Secretary of HUD, they need to manage where the money is going better, or have people prove that we doing affordable housing, or whatever the case is. But like somebody dropping the ball somewhere. That's all I can do now. All I do now.
yeah. But you got to understand it's all politics with that. I mean, you don't know
Of
you
course,
don't know where the money is going.
of course.
I mean, I just seen the mayor where Chicago going to Walgreens getting some Modelo. So who knows? Who knows?
Hey, they had the one cop smoking weed at the police station. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's all and that's what I'm saying. Like, so having a safe place where homeless people don't got to worry about asshole security people beating them up when they sleep, or what I'm saying, just terrible shit, man. Like people are terrible. People are terrible, man. Just in general, like people are terrible sometimes. So anyway, that's the first thing I would do for sure, though. No question. Angel said she said she care about helping people who need a hand, sick and elderly, and cancer patients. Um, yeah, healthcare would probably be my second thing. Healthcare, in I'll probably kind of roll it into one, as in, offering, like, remember the free clinic used to be. Remember, it used to be a thing called the free clinic, and people could actually go and get, you can't get everything. You ain't doing heart transplants, but you can go and if you got um, a tooth that's bothering, get your tooth pulled for free, or if you I don't know, whatever they did at the free clinic. Like, I know it don't exist anymore. So I would try to roll mine into one, but if I had to separate them, healthcare would definitely be my second thing, man. That's another politics thing, but man, I would if I had the ability, man, healthcare would not be anywhere near healthcare. You wouldn't be required to have a job in order to get healthcare under my system. Like, it wouldn't be the only way to get healthcare is with a job. Like, it just wouldn't be that, which is crazy. I think it's crazy that it's that way. You about to say?
But oh yeah, healthcare most definitely is an issue. But also, I was thinking about this since you brought up the government, politics, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that video of that guy who makes these machines that take water from the atmosphere? Well, it takes the water that's in the atmosphere, and it like turns it into drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that?
I
And you see when he was in Flint and brought him to Flint, and then overnight somebody came and
destroyed the
destroyed
machine.
him, but not just destroyed him, but destroyed him in a way where you couldn't even get him working again.
Only
So then I
right.
was,
I didn't mean to cut you off, but it wasn't like they spray painted it, kicked it, put a dent in it. Like, they only destroyed the stuff that he actually needs to make this thing work. All right, go ahead, my bad.
yeah. So I was thinking like, yeah, you may be trying to give back to the community, but what about the people that want these people to stay impoverished? Does that automatically make you a target for doing stuff like this?
Of
You
course
don't
it
got no
does.
money. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, of course it does.
I'm
But
just saying if we got to that point,
give me my own private army, man. I'll be the new cartel before I have my own army, man. Armed security. That's what I said. Like, and anything can be infiltrated. The Klan was infiltrated by a black guy. You know what I'm saying? Cartels infiltrated all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anything can be infiltrated. It's just, man, how do the CIA is built on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're built on that. So
and they got
how do
black people
you?
now.
Yeah,
They got black people now.
that's what I'm saying. So like, how can you? Like, it would be difficult to like, oh, I'll just weed everybody out, but you gotta at least try, man. Damn, you gotta at least try, I guess.
Yeah, but then at the
Angel
same
said
time,
it's hard to trust. Exactly.
at the same time, your man's catch a case, and then it's like, oh, now we don't want to lock you up to make you a spy.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
But anyways, we ain't even we just talking about some random shit. But more importantly, though, giving back to the community is needed. I could see if we were like, if we grew up rich and shit, we probably wouldn't care at all.
Right.
Probably wouldn't give a fuck. Like, for what? But
Yeah.
at the
I
same
mean,
time, it's like, man. But you know what? But with certain things, I probably want to be like how Kendrick Lamar is. Like, you never know what this nigga giving back to. You know what I mean? Like, he put a studio. I think he gave a studio or money or some shit to his old high school, and like the person who was interviewing him, like, yeah, one of the kids told me that. No, he was like, no, I heard that you put a studio in the old school. And Kendrick Lamar was like, how you know that? Like one of the kids told me. I would want it to be like that instead of just all out people to know.
I agree. I think
Like, I don't need the recognition at all.
right. So that's my that's what people told me my downfall in my Steve Harvey argument is. How do you know he's not doing this stuff? Because um, when you it's not even necessarily about recognition or like trying to get the points or the good credit points or whatever, but it's more of the influence that you have. Like you can use that influence to bring people together or get some stuff done that even just a person with money. I mean, money is a hell of an influence. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But even without doing nothing, just your name alone, can drum up you know, groups of people or whatever. So that's my argument. That's why Steve Harvey argument. Uh, why I can't stand to do it. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Um, talking positive stuff. But yeah, no, I don't need or want the recognition either. I know for like what we're trying to do here and now, it's necessary to build, this to where we want to get it, and then to allow us to do the other, good work in the community that we want to do. You know, would you do? It's not a what do they call them? It's not a it's not a gotcha question. It's not a gotcha question. It might sound like it, but would you do anything like outside of the country, like outside of America? Like, do you have any ambition to whether it's like water in Africa or food in this place or whatever? Any ambition for that?
To be honest with you, I'll be all about Cleveland just because that's what I know.
I was just about to say it. I agree with you. I don't, it's the Jay-Z line, right? It says much bigger things in the world I know, but I first have to take care of the world I know. You know, that's the perfect line of, yeah, I understand that, people in other countries need water and all that stuff. I completely get it. I sympathize, but or empathize with them, but I got to take care of the world I know. Right. So I think that's, I agree with you. Angel said, I prefer local if it was me, but that's mainly a trust issue. Um, Making sure things go for what they are supposed to go for. Oh, for sure, man. We was talking about passions and skills a couple episodes. Or I think it might have been the last episode. And I was talking about like all the stuff I would love to do or whatever, and I would definitely be hands on. Now I'm not saying I'm waking up if I'm in that position. I'm not saying I'm waking up at 7 o'clock every day, but I definitely want to be hands on to make sure that things are getting done. I don't want to. I want to have people around me that I can trust and that support what it is that I'm trying to do, support the goal and all that good stuff. But I don't want it to be where like I'm just completely hands off. I'm signing all the stuff over to somebody else and then just letting them do it. Like I definitely would be hands on, making sure man, everything was in running order. And when it's not, I want to be the one to fix it. That's the recognition I want. You know what I'm saying? I want my employees to look at me like, man, he made it happen. I didn't think he was going to do it, but he pulled some strings or whatever and made it happen. We had 200 more people than we thought we would, and it was running out of resources, but we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's the recognition I want, but I don't need that from like the community. I just want to be able to help, in ways that we had and didn't have at the same time. You know what I'm saying? When we was growing up.
Exactly. I, just giving somebody a meal or a coat, you know what I'm saying? It would be nothing to us. Like here you go, but yeah, it could be everything.
Yeah,
So you know what I'm saying? It's not even like I'm looking. I would even with Epiphany Cares, I'm not looking for the glory or none of that. It's just something we want to, something we want to do. That we feel as though right. I'm sure you feel the same.
for sure. I mean, if we could have kept, like, it's not like Epiphany Media is going away or anything like that, but if we could have kept doing it under our current license and been, you know, embraced how we felt like we wanted to be, then we wouldn't have had to take this step. This is just a necessary step that we got to take in order to get other companies, other larger companies, companies with more resources to, to mess with us so that we can help more people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, if we could have kept, like, we didn't have to go this route, of course we would have, kept doing that. Like, that's no question about that on my end for sure. No question. Let me see. um, Education wise, what would you do? What would you do education wise? Like whatever that means to you. So you can focus on college, or public school or private school. What would your How do you fix education? We all go to Lutheran West. Is that how it go?
Mhm. um, that's interesting how you put it. I wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily donate to this to my high school. They got a lot of shit anyway. Um, but what I will, you know what, I would do like how it happened to me, where I got I got money to go to those private schools and shit, right? So I've
Hmm.
set up, I just set up a trust or whatever with a whole bunch of money. What?
You know,
What you gonna say?
go ahead. Let me see if I can find a video clip real quick.
But yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably set up some shit where, for the people who I don't even want to say qualified. Like, then you can go. I'll probably set up a raffle, just like how a free raffle, and you just put your name in the hat. If you want your kid to go to a better school, better education, they win. Boom, they get their shit paid for. Simple as that. 'Cause that's what happened with me. So nigga, that's what I would do. But I wouldn't give money to the school. Hell no. Nigga, I would rather give money to the rivals and get them a real
On the
football
east
field.
side, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, get them a real football field and update their shit just like the one on the west. And then more kids from that side of town, from the east side, go to that school. But it's look, it's an association. I run both schools, but I'm like, nigga, to get this money, I got to go to the one on the east. Period. 'Cause the one on the west been getting donated. Like, of course, it's gonna be named after me now.
Right. Do
It's gonna be nigga, it's gonna be Granbury Field, Granbury Auditorium.
That's good. Do do both the do both uh the council or whatever, do they run for both schools?
Yeah, it's
It's the same.
one.
It's one council though, right?
Yeah, one that run. It's a board or whatever the fuck, and that run both schools. Like, say for example, if you play basketball at the one on the west, right? But you
Hmm.
wanted to transfer, and in Ohio you got to wait that year. You can't play. But if you transfer to the one on the east, then you can play immediately that next year, just because it's in the same shit.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
insane. Um, Angel said, "I teach financial education or help them buy homes." That's pretty good. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think that's what I would do. I would do the LeBron James route, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And it
For the
doesn't
whole
necessarily have to
school,
be.
huh?
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know. Like I would love like a system like we was talking about Glenville yesterday or whatever. I would like to have a couple schools or whatever, just in different areas. So, it's not so everybody not but you're only in this area or you got to commute, a half an hour just to go to school. I would like a couple of them if I could. But yeah, it would be definitely like teaching. It would like I don't know what I would call it, the real school or something. Like we're just teaching real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's an old term of how to balance a checkbook. I don't mean a literal checkbook, but man, how to pay your bills and how to look at your bank statement, like to see where you're spending your money, all this stuff. Teaching about credit and credit cards.
You know what? I was about to say, well, I don't know, but as long as you include whatever the higher requirements is to graduate
of course,
from certain classes, but then you will make, nigga, you just call it that shit life skills. This is a mandatory elective that you got to take.
Yeah.
All 4 years.
For sure. Yeah. So of course you got to follow the Ohio education. 4 years of English, all that stuff, of course. Or maybe to be a school just for seniors or juniors, like juniors and seniors. When you get to the point where most of your classes is done, saying so maybe you got to take a English, science, or something like that. But then you get this, or maybe it will just be a school of electives. So you go to whatever your school is for your traditional education, and then your electives is here, and that's how you learn how to do your whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to work on cars, we'll have a mechanic shop to teach you how to work on cars. So you don't have to go to, pay all these money to, OTC or, any of these places. And I don't know nothing about that place or whatever. So I'm just saying, so you don't have to. You'll come out of here with a good enough understanding where you can go start working immediately without taking out a crazy loan, to go to college or just racking up all this debt and stuff for normal life skill stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it could be so many different things, you know what I'm saying? So as far as like
life skills.
Just, hey,
you real life skills.
Hey, that where wouldn't just be a name, I guess. You know what I'm saying? They taught you they taught like it was all like trade stuff or whatever, which is good. I'm not knocking that or whatever, but also how to deal with your money. This is what a credit card is, and this is how you use it to build. You know what I'm saying? So when you 30 or 40, you ain't just now starting or whatever. Just now getting to understand. You can actually start building right away. This is how you be responsible with this. This is how you buy a house. This is how you buy a car. This is what finance is. This is what taxes is. All the stuff that we really need to know in high school that we didn't know until we're years later.
So if you're coming out graduating at 18, then you already know this shit. You're already ready. It's only one school that I know, one Cleveland school that I know that has a mechanic element to their school. That's it. Just one. That's it.
It's a good school.
I only been there one time. It's brand new, nice, but they're not teaching. They're not teaching you about. Yeah, I ain't talking about your school.
I'm about to say, why? What other school are you talking about?
Oh, shit, Max Hayes. They got it. The new Max Hayes.
My school got hey.
That's in the Heights.
I'm trying to shit on my school, man. We got
they get dunked on camera.
Try to dap them up. Oh man. Hey, but
I don't know what's going on out there.
We just whooped on Shaker though. We just whooped on Shaker Heights, 63-6. So we gotta. They seen that video. They're like, man, we gotta. we looking like bums out here. We gotta do something. Yeah, 63-6. Now look, we beat Shaker. My last home game, we beat Shaker 43-6. These niggas, they scored 20 more points. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Crazy. Um, but yeah, it's like, so we got an auto body side and like an auto mechanic side or whatever. Actually, I don't know what they got now, but they redid it. So I don't know. They might have joined it to one, but yeah, but just whatever it is that you want to do, whatever skills that you actually need in life, um, nigga, this is how you take care of a house. I don't know, like say just regular life skills. I can't think of everything, but Angel said, "Can you imagine how much life would differ if you had already known? Man, that'd be crazy." And I don't want to make this a race thing, but I am going to. And I'm not saying like white people just know everything or whatever, but just imagine if everybody had like the same understanding, same opportunities in life as uh, some of the other people.
Listen, I'm about to, like your name about to be Kanye. Name about to be Kanye West and talking like that.
I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the opportunities, man. Like the opportunities. That's all I'm
bank
talking
accounts
about.
will get frozen. Yeah. It's about to be over for us.
I'm not. Hey man, I like those people. Those people. No, just playing. No. I'm just saying, like, man, it's not a lie though. Like whatever you want to call it, it's not a lie. That if everybody was afforded the same opportunities or had the same
information,
the same knowledge for generations, you know what I'm saying? Not like it's just different. Like I said, I'm not making it like a race thing, like every white person is rich or anything like that. But when they make laws specifically to keep you from benefiting, like, when they actually say like, "There's no black people allowed here," it's kind of like what I'm saying, like you get a little bit of a head start because of that. You know what I'm saying? This just is what it is. Would you do anything like? Would you do any like race education, racial sensitivity, trans or LGBT, whatever, any of that type of stuff? That type of education, tolerance, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. That's a touchy subject. Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if I put that in the school. Like we was talking about the school.
Or just like, would you, in the effort to help the community come together and be less
and bring awareness to racism,
sexism, all the isms.
Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Not high on your list.
No, it's not.
I agree. I would. There's far more things more important. I think it's important, but there are. It's difficult to say how you would implement it and all that stuff. So that type of stuff is more. I think it's just more important things. But I do think it's important, but definitely not. Shit, probably in my top 5 to be honest.
Maybe not even top.
Yeah, it's not it's not up there. But clearly we wouldn't be a part of a thing that excluded anybody. But but as far as like you guys got to sit down and have a conversation, that wouldn't be on my list.
Yeah, I think that's more so, and what you're talking about is an at-home issue.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean,
because
yeah, I agree.
Because is it your parents gonna be like, hey, we don't mess with those black people, those white people, Indians, Jews, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't fuck with them. Or hey, we treat everybody the same. Or you know what I'm saying? I only want I only want you to look. Like I said, it's only up to the family as to for that situation. I don't think that's just my
Well,
opinion.
so I think I agree that it's a home issue, but I'm sure your opinions change of people in general change from when you were, how you were raised and stuff to right now. Like I'm sure everything that your parents taught you about people, you didn't, you know, hold and follow 1,000% like to the T. I'm sure
Right. But
because you grow and experience things just as a person.
right. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think a seminar class, whatever the fuck, will help because you just need to experience it for yourself. Because you may be in that environment, and you're like, fuck this. Like, this ain't for me. So
So you,
it's just something. It's just something that you gotta, experience. I guess. You know what I'm
so you,
saying? Like,
so you telling me? I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna make an African American studies joke in like college class. Angel said, "I did an international marathon today. It was amazing to see so many different types of people and how everyone treated each other. Yeah, and Angel's in Canada, which is a completely different feel. I'm not saying this.
it is a
Um,
different feel,
I'm not
but
saying it's
but
all like safe or whatever, whatever going on, but it is a different feel for sure, especially Niagara Falls, which is on the border. So you do have it's a tourist area, so you have a lot of international people. Like you got a big mix of people, foreign people, which I guess technically, Angel, you would be foreign because you're from the States or whatever, but people from just a bunch of different places, all in one area. You know, yeah, you're right. Like that would be great if we could, but that's like a home training thing, like Byron says. So I agree. Angel said so many people from so many countries. Yeah, for sure. Which
yeah.
is how it should be, but it is
Hey,
a home training
which
thing.
brings stereotypes though. Like, we don't want X race here, because stereotypically, they might do something. Like what? Makes sense.
In Canada, you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, it's different up there. It's different. I gave a homeless man a nigga a quarter or whatever Canadian quarter is. Like, this nigga was like grateful, like really, like thank you. Like I can't. Wow, I can't believe you gave me this. That's what he said. Like wow, it's a quarter.
You sure it's a quarter?
Yeah, I'm positive it's a quarter.
Then they got $100 pieces out there in Canada.
Nah,
Hundred
nah.
$100 coins.
I like, I like their money. Their money is monopoly, but that shit is it's cool though. But
It's monopoly.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of different colors and shit. But they coins, like I like their coin. They got $2 coins. I maybe gave them a $2 coin. I don't remember. I was in the Tim Hortons in the line early in the morning. Tim Hortons
That's funny.
cheap though. Like
Hey,
McDonald's ain't got shit on Tim Hortons. Real shit.
Tim Hortons was cool. It wasn't like the best I ever had, but it was pretty cool. Uh, Angel had
Like for that price
some
point,
Hortons the other day.
perfect.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Man, any other thing that you feel like passionate about or whatever? I know he talked about your top thing, your top two things or whatever. Um, any uh global warming
Hell no.
or
I'm like Trump. Hell no.
any okay, well,
Look. That's basically it, man. Like, hey, one day I want to pull up to like a elementary or high school and like with a U-Haul full of just shoes, kicks. Like
so dope. That'd be dope.
here you go.
Damn, that'd be sweet.
You know what
Um,
I'm saying? and just unannounced on the humble.
Yeah, just pull up to a playground. Like, y'all need some shoes. Like, that'd be sweet, man. It's like super sweet.
I don't know about playground because.
Well, I don't mean I wasn't. I said playground, but in my mind, I'm picturing like a basketball court. It's like pull up to Kane Park. Like, y'all need shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like just somewhere where kids is playing. You know what I'm saying? Well, you think it's better going to a school? Man, shut up. Think it's better going. I'm just gonna pull up to a random school. Hey, kids, come gather around my truck. I got gifts for y'all. Like, don't say it like I was something weird. But I was going.
I called the principal. Like, yeah, I'm coming up there with some shoes. All right, cool. You just coming to the park, like, hey, hop in the van if you want some shoes.
That's funny. What kind? You know the kids. What kind of shoes?
Jordan, Yeezys. All right,
nothing. Yeah, nothing but Jordan 1s. Nothing but Jordan 1s.
You want a Drake? It's over.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that would be super sweet, man. Hey, Regina joined us. She said shoes or laptops or anything really, for sure. Look, me and Angel went, and so after we did the blue bags for bowling, we went and passed them up. We went to a rec center. We went to like a Family Dollar or whatever, like just any place we could kind of really find. And yeah, everybody was so grateful. You know what I'm saying? Some people was, I don't know. This is hard. It's hard to. I don't want to say accept stuff, but some of the people were just reluctant, I guess, because they thought, I don't know if they thought we was charging or if they thought it was a trap or something, like, I don't know. But it wasn't all like they were all thankful afterwards, but it wasn't all like, no, I don't need no book bag. I'm like, no, it's a free book bag at supplies. Like, some people just ain't trustworthy, and I get it. I would be yeah, but because it ain't just a bunch of nice people just doing randomly nice stuff,
right.
all the time. So I get it, but yeah, some people was like, I don't need no book bag. On second thought, and they come back like they see other people with them. On second thought, we will take some or whatever.
Yeah, they got to make sure it's not a setup. Look around.
Damn, yeah. Make sure nobody gonna take this book bag and not somebody gonna take you, like just take a whole person. You know, so
with a hammer, you put it in the trunk.
The book bag is the target. You know what I'm saying? If you see anybody with a book bag, that's ones we done picked out. Yeah, but no, yeah. So I think I agree with you. I think that'd be just doing something without a bunch of fanfare, but just being able to help some people. I think that'd be super cool. The one charity that we was gonna work with the bowling thing, they've gotten larger, like a larger company. They have become bigger, a bigger company or whatever. And they're doing some good stuff. So maybe we can work with them because they give away shoes and clothes for kids. That's actually the name of the thing. I wasn't going to shout them out because I didn't want to mess with us, but bygones be bygones. Virginia said,
for 2023.
Trying to let it go. Virginia said, when you're used to people being scum and taking advantage of you, it's hard to trust. Yeah, we've been talking about that today a little bit, but like absolutely. We talked about bad security people and homeless shelters and all of that good stuff. But yeah, no, I get it completely. I'm not alleviated from it. But we're gonna get out of y'all here, Regina. I know you just joined, so sorry we got to cut it short. But but yeah, no show next week. I think my man Shaka Zulu is going back to the motherland.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, so everybody give my man some well wishes. He's looking for number 6 or 7 by that time. Give my man. I missed the necklace, man. That's hilarious.
I need a full squad, a full rotation. All right.
That's hilarious.
Look. Hey, so we're gonna do something special for Tuesday. Tuesday the 1st, November 1st.
Yeah. Tuesday the 1st of November. Be around your phone or computer. We will have a special, just a short, special little short, just something, something just for you guys, or just for the guys, or whatever. I don't know. That all sounds weird. Hey, why don't y'all come join us on the 1st of November? We don't have a time yet, but we'll post it. Just like a little short, it definitely won't be long at all. Um,
Yeah,
let me get
you're right
this.
about that.
Let me get this. And Regina said, I do want to shout out if anyone has medical equipment, walkers, donate them to senior centers. They loan them to people in need. Man, in my line of work, I tell people all the time, like when they have extra tubing or supplies, respiratory, anything, like man, drop it off at a drop it off at a senior center, a nursing home, whatever you want to call it. Like all this stuff that y'all just gonna throw in the trash that we can't take back. Man, you can drop it off, you can donate it. So many people just need just little stuff that you would take for granted or whatever. Um, so Regina, that's a good point. I agree. Regina, you should watch the show. It's not a long show, and you should definitely chime in because I would be interested to hear your opinion on some of the some of the stuff that you would do. If you had unlimited money and resources as far as helping people, I think that could be real interesting. Um, but yeah, man, that's all I got. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Salute to the city as always.
On your own, and have a couple, I don't know, about 5, 6, 7 wives on the
side. Hey, so I was able to find a video, kind of. This is my man Byron doing his. Hey, I'm glad y'all watching it, Regina. You got to watch the show immediately because it's gonna get taken down for the video I'm about to play. But it feels so good, man. This is my man Byron.
Hell no.
What's your name, boy?
Aaron.
You say Aaron?
It's kind of black. It's in the Bible.
Ain't Aaron. Shut up, fool. That don't count.
All right. Let's get started. We're going to ask you some questions. Name me 6 things that mix with Hennessy.
Coke, rum.
What's that?
Rum.
I'll try that. Mango, coconut, ice.
All right.
Now he just making up shit.
But that's all right. The rum was good enough. It was good. What happened to that boy at Lenox Mall?
Oh, I heard about that on the radio this morning. A police officer killed him in a routine traffic stop. His dad was in the car. Yeah, crazy.
I didn't say what happened to that boy at Lenox Mall. I said, what happened to that boy at Lenox Mall? And the answer was,
All right. Enough of the warm-up. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. All right. How long can chicken sit on the stove?
Bobby and Whitney are Will and Jada.
Whitney. No. Jada.
Where's the first place you take your cousin after you get out of jail?
Why did the 5 Heartbeats break up?
Your mama or your mother?
Sobe Lizard Milk, NBA Youngboy. Silk pillow covers.
What color are Wendy's nuts?
DJ Doodle 227 and Amen.
Holy Spirit or the Holy Ghost? Mustard or mayonnaise?
Crisco. If her foot is in it, it's
Hey, this pencil will make a beat on that table.
the price is on the can.
Orange or grape Kool-Aid?
Spell Dante.
DQ or Popeyes?
What soda is good for you?
If Neo's hat gets any lower, it's gonna be on his light.
Megan Trainor. Essence Fest. LAQUES.
Hey,
That's Byron.
What soda? What soda is good for you?
Yeah, ginger ale is clearly the answer. Hey,
Right.
hey, that's Byron picking the students for his. That's Byron on the council. You know what I'm saying? Picking the students for his school. Hey, as soon as you said that, I'm like, man, that reminded me of the Kevin Samuels thing. Hilarious. That's all I was thinking about the whole time. For those of you that don't got the context, make sure you watch the earlier part of the show. We're gonna get out of y'all here, man. Hopefully that was funny to y'all because they definitely gonna take this video down now. But yeah, just remember that's Byron. That's Byron picking the students for his school, man. That's what he do.
Shit. He makes some Hennessy. Rum.
Then he say rum.
What?
Oh shit, that might be good. I might try that. I might try it.
Nigga, I might try it. I never thought of that.
Oh, so funny. All right, man. We out of here. We appreciate y'all for joining us. We will see y'all not next Sunday, but we will see y'all Tuesday. Y'all be safe out there. And if you haven't watched Atlanta, please go watch Atlanta. Very underrated. We'll see y'all in a couple of days. Be safe.
Remember to own your own.
And salute to the city as always.
Remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always.
And remember to own your own.
And salute to the city as always.
Remember to own your own. We'll see y'all next week. Remember to own your own. It's very important, like I say every show.
Salute to the city as always. As always, salute to the city.
Remember to own your own. Now,
as always, salute to the city. And salute to the city.
Remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always.
But remember to own your own. And
salute to the city as always.
Remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always. Salute to the city as always.
And remember to own your own.
To the city as always.
Yep, and remember to own your own.